Hey, Apex Legends. I have some advice for you, man. And for people who play Apex Legends, I had an epiphany and I figured out what your game needs and the game that you love needs. Hear me out, and I hope everybody is open-minded. But here's what the game needs in order to succeed and be successful and to overcome some of these hurdles that they're finding with the player base. It needs a hardcore mode. That's what it is. You know, Apex Legends Time to Kill it's good in the sense that it's satisfying once you get a kill. But I think the problem is that nobody that I've ever heard is talking about is there's a generational gap in this game. There's a generation of 30-something-year-old players, such as myself, 20-somethings, and then teenagers and all that stuff. But the 30-somethings who've been gaming since, you know, the early days of Call of Duty, we know a certain style of play, and Apex is a complete contradiction to that. And I don't think enough people in these different age groups understand each other in the sense that, for instance, 30-somethings grew up with, you know, COD, Modern Warfare 2, 3, 1, Advanced Warfare, Ghost, Black Ops 1, 2, 3, all that stuff, right? All of those games, those shooters, had hardcore modes. And those hardcore modes allowed for quick kills with no real focus on team play. Even though you were on a team, 6-man teams, team play was irrelevant. It was all about you going out to get yours. That's what it was. All you had to worry about is to make sure that your teammates could at least hold their own, and you getting yours guaranteed your squad won, right? Apex is a different type of game in the sense that the focus is on team play, which is why, you know, grinding out this game is so difficult as a solo player, or even if you have a two-man in a trio type of situation. You always have to take account for that third person on your team. And most of us already know what happens is that person plays more like a solo. And I think it's because we grew up in a generation of solo COD players, hardcore players, and that's what it is. So in order to, I don't know, bridge that gap, I think there needs to be a mode where you can still get that sense of teamwork, but it have a hardcore aspect to it. Maybe even like a respawn type of aspect to it, similar to Control, or you know, make the arenas aspect more like a respawning thing where you don't have to wait until the round's over to do it. But yeah, it needs more of that to help the game, or at least give people the option. Because I would be interested to find out which mode, like if Apex had a hardcore mode, how many people would actually jump into that? And I think you could still, have the shield system where you rank it up, start at, a white shield and rank it up to a red and all that good stuff. But those are going to be the players who, although it's still like a hardcore mode, we're going to find out that those are still the teams that work together. And it's not going to be, there's going to be outliers, but it's not going to be where it's a whole bunch of individual play that gets that. You know what I'm saying? Where people are just in there to get theirs and screw the team. Because what is going to happen is the teams that really play together, they're going to really earn those red shields and those purple shields and those, all that stuff. And they're going to be impossible to beat. And unless you work together and start playing more strategically and all those things. So that's my little spiel. I don't know, if anybody's listening to it. I hope that they are. I would be interested in finding out how people feel about it. Comment below. Let me know how you think. And hopefully we can get the game back up and running. Because people are right. The game is getting boring. It feels stale. We're starting to hate the game, but it's also very good and addictive. It's weird. Like, it's good, but it's not good enough. We still want people to push the envelope and innovate and bring new ideas up. And I think that what the game needs is something like this to make it feel more complete. So again, tell me how you feel in the comments below, and let's make the game better.